Good Monday morning, everybody, and welcome to TRS Live. I am your host, Matt Trotz. Hopefully you had a fun and safe weekend and you are ready to kick off the week. Here at TRS Live, my number one job is to save you a bunch of money. I do my best to educate you on some of the products, but like what a lot of today's show is, I'm going to throw a disclaimer out there. I am not an expert in any of the products that we're talking about today, but luckily for me and luckily for you, The Real Shot has a phenomenal staff that I can bounce questions off of. You as well can bounce questions off of and get a lot of answers. So if there's some of these products that we're talking about today, I don't answer them in the best way or I miss out some key points, feel free to reach out to The Real Shot at 920-750-6140 or on their social media pages. That's The Real Shot on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then TRS Live on Facebook and Instagram. So, like I said, my job here is to highlight and save you money from products that The Real Shot carries. The Real Shot is a phenomenal store in the Fox Valley in Wisconsin, and they carry all things fishing, firearms, archery, and hunting product related. Go to therealshot.com to check out some of this stuff. Now, TRS Live, all the products that we talk about here on TRS Live are available at therealshot.com, and only the deals that you see here on TRS Live are only available at therealshot.com. So if you're seeing some of the products that we're talking about today, you have to go to therealshot.com to take advantage of the deals. And I'll make things a lot easier for you as well. There's a category tab on the left-hand side of that screen when you go to therealshot.com. And it says fishing, hunting, all kinds of great products, but on the very bottom there's TRS Live Shopping. If you click on that, that's going to bring you to our landing page, and on our landing page is a calendar of events, and then you scroll down and you'll see some of the products that we've talked about in the past shows, and then there will be some products in the future that we're going to be talking about. Now, one key thing as you're scrolling through that page is some of those products may not have inventory anymore. Some of those products may or may not be on sale anymore. The key thing to that is some of these sales, like Aaron's got up right now, some of these sales are very, very limited, meaning either the quantities are limited or the deals are just so darn good that we can only run them for a certain amount of time. So if you are interested in some of the great products that you see here on therealshot.com, you got to go there and you got to click on that TRS Live Shopping tab to see all these great products. Now, the other thing too is, let's talk a little bit about our video on demand platform that's called Fix TV. That is another platform where you can watch TRS Live. The benefits for being a Fix TV subscriber are you get a $5 monthly credit to use here on the TRS Live or basically at therealshot.com. And there's a lot of great shows on Fix TV. There's the Jake Jacobs Show, which I think just went over 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. So if you haven't followed Jake on TikTok, we highly encourage you to do that. I mean, Jake does a very, very good job, and his show is on that Fix TV platform. Head-to-head fishing, if you like some of the past episodes of head-to-head all the way back to 2020, I believe, you can go on the Fix TV platform and watch all the great head-to-head shows that were happening. The other thing too is like the Guided Life, which I host, is on Fix platform as well. So $5.99 a month is what it's going to cost you to be a Fix TV subscriber. But like I told you earlier, you get a $5 credit right back to therealshot.com. So basically now it's 99 cents a month. The other thing too is if you refer a friend, and I mentioned last week I saw Dylan Williams referred a friend on social media. Say, hey, you like TRS Live, you like head-to-head fishing, go help me out and become a Fix TV subscriber. Now, with Dylan doing that, if somebody were to subscribe under Dylan's code there or Dylan's link, Dylan earns himself a free month of viewing. So if you do it correctly, for 99 cents a year, you can enjoy all the Fix TV platform, plus get yourself a $5 credit to use here on TRS Live on some of these great products. Now, you have to maintain your membership in order to get that $5 credit, and it happens every month, right? So, you know, here we're in the middle of August now, actually the beginning and middle of August, and some of you may have used your $5 credit on some of those great products that you've seen already. Some of you may have that $5 credit still available, but there's a lot of information on the Fix TV, and it's PHYX tv.com. So check that on out. There is a frequently asked questions tab at the bottom of the page to help you out as well if you do have any questions. Otherwise, feel free to reach out on any of the social media pages that I mentioned. That's The Real Shot, ReelShot on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or TRS Live on Facebook and Instagram, or you can reach out to basically any of our pages that are affiliated with the store, and we will get you the answers that you are seeking on some of the questions that you have. So, you know, again, it's pretty easy, everybody. TRS Live, biggest thing here is I'm here to save you money, and I'm here to highlight products that are available right now. There's so many areas that are hard to get products, and luckily for us, we do have some of those great products in stock right now. But I urge you, do not wait. Some of these deals are so darn good, and some of these products are so limited that you better take advantage of therealshot.com. So let's get right into the very first product of the day. Now, again, that disclaimer, I am not the expert on this stuff, but if you do have any more questions, more in-depth questions, please reach out to Steve's at the firearms department, and please reach out to Andrew at the firearms department, Mark, Mike. There's a lot of staff here at The Real Shot that can help answer some of these questions if I miss them. So first product today is one that we've talked about already on TRS Live, but it's Bioammo. And so there you see all the information pop up in your screen. What we got going on here is it's the Bioammo 12 gauge. This is a 2 3/4. It's a 1 ounce number 8 shotgun shell. Now, the cool thing about Bioammo, if you haven't done any research, if you've never heard of Bioammo, they're made out of Spain. And the neat thing about Bioammo, and it says it right here on the hull, is it is 0% plastic. And you're like, how is that even possible, Matt? Well, again, reach out to Steve, reach out to Bioammo, find some information, but I'll do my best to highlight some of that information that I found in doing research here. What they use is they use a vegetable biopolymer, or polymer, to make the wad, make the casing, and basically everything. Now, the cool thing is I was doing some of my research. You know, you're asking yourself, as you see the product right here on your screen, like, why? Why is this something that I need? Well, first of all, as hunters, as shooters, we got to be conservationists. And we got to keep in mind that we want to make sure that the woods is as clean when we went in as we left it. And if you've ever been on a sporting clay range, or if you've ever been out in the woods and you see some of those 12 gauge shells or those 20 gauge shells still sitting there yet, I mean, you wonder how old some of these shells are. Some of that stuff is, you know, maybe has a story to tell. Was there a buck shot here? Was there a turkey shot here? But the other thing too is I go out of my way to try to pick that stuff up, right? You know, if you don't own your property, if you're on public land, or if you have lease ground or permission ground, something like that, it's cool to leave the woods cleaner than what it was to begin with. Go out of your way, have a recycle day, have a garbage day, go through those areas. Let's clean stuff up. Let's leave it better for the next generation. But Bioammo took that into consideration in creating this product. So like I said, it's a vegetable biopolymer. And the neat thing is this it basically biodegrades. The other thing too is it's compostable as well. So they are the only company that manufactures 100% biodegradable and compostable cases and wads. Which, you know what, I think you're still going to want to pick this stuff up if you have the opportunity. But let's say you are shooting doves, or let's say you're in the grouse woods, or, you know, let's say you're shooting pigeons, right? And we always have one or two that kind of escape, right? They get out of the way, and you're in a panic. You got a big flock of birds in, or a rabbit jumped, and you shoot, and now you can't find that casing because it's under a foot of snow, whatever it may be. The neat thing for you is the environment will break down these shells for you. So what I mean by that is these are consumed by bacteria and microorganisms. So they want to kind of eat these casings. They want to take advantage of the products that these are made out of to break this down quickly. And like I was saying, some of the research I found is pretty staggering, some of the information. They say on the Bioammo website, one plastic case pollutes like 3 plastic bags. Think about that. How many times have you found a plastic bag someplace? And I mean, it looks just as good as the day you got it from the grocery store, and you don't know how long it's been there. But that's pretty staggering information. One plastic case pollutes like 3 plastic bags. That's crazy to me. I mean, it's something that you typically don't think about in the moment, but now that I'm trying to educate you on that, you're like, holy smokes, I'm gonna go out of my way to pick up that plastic case. The other thing too is 1 plastic wad, right? You know, the cool thing is when you're duck hunting or when you're turkey hunting or like, oh man, there's the wad, how cool is that? But do we pick it up? I'm guilty of it. There's times I leave it lay. I try to pick it up, but I don't always do it. 1 plastic wad pollutes like 1 plastic bag. So basically with one of these shells, we're polluting like 4 plastic bags if we forget to pick that stuff up. Or let's say you do pick that up, right? You do remember to pick up your casings on the target range or in the woods, whatever it may be. It's still got to go to the landfill. It's still got to go to recycling, right? Like a lot of that stuff is maybe not 100% recycling. So, okay, great, we get it out of the woods, but it goes to the landfill, and then it sits there for hundreds of years before it breaks down. Not with bioammo, everybody. This stuff will break down for you. It's what the ground, what the microorganisms, what the bacteria basically want. They're gonna break this down for you. You know, a lot faster than what that normal plastic stuff was. You know, so we're talking about it. It's a 12 gauge number 8 size, which like we talked about is great for dove, pigeon, grouse, squirrels, rabbits, a lot of those kind of critters. Plus it's perfect for anything clay. So if you're on the target range, this is the absolute phenomenal stuff for that. It's $12.99 normal retail for a box of 25. Right now at TRS Live, you're gonna take advantage of that. You're gonna get it for $10.99 a box. And remember, it's 25 per box. And the cool thing is because it's made in Spain, it's like you pick up your box of your cartridge of this and you're like, man, there's a lot of information on there. But just break it down. TheRealShot.com breaks down that conversion. It's pretty easy. Like we said, they have it listed as 28 grams on the box, but that equates to 1 ounce. The number 4 shot, their number 8 shot. You know, some of the speeds on this stuff is pretty hot coming out of the box too. It's 1312, so that's pretty good feet per second. Now, it may not qualify you for some target ranges that have a speed minimum on there, but it's still phenomenal stuff and rather inexpensive for a box of 25. Plus, you think about it, I'm doing some really good on the backside by having this ammunition that is biodegradable, 100% biodegradable and compostable, right? I'm helping myself out, I'm helping the Mother Nature out, I'm doing the best I can. You know, the question that Bioammo got when they first started releasing, this company's only 2 years old. And we've hit on it before. I mean, they have the full manufacturing. They have a 13 million euro or whatever it is, euro building manufacturing site in Spain. You know, so they put a lot of time and tested energy into these products before they released them. And in 2 years, they've really gained a lot of momentum with these products. But, you know, they were saying, with the materials that these are made of, what are you sacrificing, right? They're still giving you 100% biodegradable ammo, and you're also getting a high-performing ammo all in there at once. They're like, it's all good and great and grand if we can have a biodegradable ammo, but if it doesn't perform, nobody's going to want to purchase it. Well, again, they took all that consideration when they built this huge factory over in Spain. And they put all the greatness into one of this 2 3/4 20 or 12 gauge shells that when you go out there, you have the confidence to make that shot, whether it's on the clay range or in the woods, and you know that you're doing Mother Nature some good. So it's Bioammo. It's a great product. This is the 12 gauge 2 3/4. It's the 1 ounce number 8 shot. And then you think about it too, when you talk about how light years ahead of themselves this company is, they have patented, I think, what did I count? Like there's like so many patents on this thing, but it's patented in 55 countries. So that's pretty phenomenal. And the nice thing, like we hit on, there's no landfills, no microplastics, no pollution. So that's another thing when you talk about some of the advantages of shooting the bioammo. Is not only is it, you know, not taking up space in landfills, not being a nuisance or not look good in your woods, but that's also less of those bioplastics that'll break down and leach and get into our water system. So we're leaving our streams and our lakes a lot better than what they were too by using this bioammo. It's an awesome thing. The other thing too is, like, I found this kind of pretty interesting too. 99% of plastics are not recycled. So think about that too. I mean, that's a large number of plastics that go to the landfill, you know, are not taking advantage of that recycling opportunity. So this stuff is phenomenal, specifically designed for the hunter and the game shooter who is seeking an excellent cartridge with high quality performance, yet, you know, it's a single use. So that's a nice thing. It's biodegradable. Now, because it is set up that way, you cannot reload this. This is not a reloadable. It is available in cases. I know in store at the Real Shot, they do have case options available if you wanted something a little bit more, and that's where that extra knowledge comes for. So if you have any further questions about what it is per case, you know, if you want any more in-depth questions, I highly encourage you to reach out on the social media pages and or give the store a call, 920-750, talk to Steve, 750-6140, or talk to Steve or Andrew, and they will do their best to answer a lot of those questions. But again, $10.99 is what the box price is here on TRS Live. There's 25 in here. It's a high performance ammo with basically, there is no plastic in it. So you're gonna get some great performance. You know, the nice thing too about the material that this stuff's made of is it's more rigid than most of your plastics out there. So you get great ballistic performances as well. They've been finding out through a lot of testing, there's a lot of people starting to use this stuff more religiously. And in the 2 years, they've kind of made a name for themselves in the industry. And I want you to go out there and take advantage of our deal here on TRS Live and start using some of the Bioammo products again for yourself. And then we always want testimonials. We always want your feedback, your input. So if you have any experience with Bioammo, whether it's good or bad, heck, let us know. You know, as a Real Shot, we carry the products that we believe in, and we know that you're gonna have great success with this stuff as well. So a 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, it's the 1 ounce number 8 shot. Normally, it's $12.99 for a box of 25. Right here on TRS Live, you're gonna take advantage of the savings of $10.99 per box. So, you know, that's a pretty good opportunity right there on some high performance, biodegradable, compostable ammo. So go ahead and check that out. If you see the ordering code, it's BAR number 12 on your screen. Enter that into that search tab. That'll take you right to Bioammo. Enter some into the cart yet, but we're not done. We're just getting fired up here on a Monday morning for TRS Live. We're going to continue to stay in this world here. The next products again coming up is Vortex Diamondback. It's a 3x9x40 V-Plex scope. Boy, if you have any kind of scopes, binoculars, or rangefinders with that Vortex label on it, you know the high quality performance that this stuff is. So after these brief commercial breaks, we're going to come back and talk about Vortex.
I'm Gary Atkins, professional angler in the National Professional Fishing League. Tune in to TRS Live for the best deals on all your outdoor gear and apparel. If you're going to want a shot at the big bass, you're going to need the Real Shot. Take it from me, professional angler Gary Atkins.
It's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's put her 4 high and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these 2 guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. All right, everybody, welcome back to TRS Live. I am your host, Matt Trotz, and again, my goal here at TRS Live is to do the best I can to educate you on some of these products today. But the biggest thing is we're here to save you a bunch of money. And right now, with this next product, we're talking about the Vortex Diamondback 3x9x40 V-Plex scope. Man, rifle season is not that far away. And if you are looking to upgrade an existing scope or looking to add to your fleet of firearms, this is the perfect scope to go along with it. Again, it's a 3x9x40 V-Plex scope from Vortex. So the biggest thing, the first thing that I'm going to tell you about from Vortex, I am a user of Vortex. I have a number of their scopes, their binoculars, their rangefinder. The thing that you'll find is that unmatched VIP warranty, which is virtually, it's like if you have to try to find a reason for them not to replace this scope or this fire or your rangefinder or binocular. So it's unlimited, it's a lifetime warranty. The other thing too that I found is really neat with this VIP warranty from Vortex is it's fully transferable. And the other thing is you don't need a receipt. So by purchasing a Vortex product, you automatically get that outstanding VIP warranty, which is by far one of the best warranties in the industry for the optics. Now, the other great thing is, you think about it, why do they offer such an outstanding warranty? What's the gimmick? Is their product not as quality? And that is by far furthest from the truth. The Vortex stamped products are absolutely phenomenal. And for us here in Wisconsin, it's cool because they're made right here. It's an American-made, American-owned, veteran-owned and operated company right in the Madison area of Wisconsin. For us, we're so fortunate to have a bunch of great companies here, and Vortex is one of those great quality products that you need to kind of check out. So I know there's a lot of brands out there, there's a lot of high-end brands out there, but this scope here, this Diamondback 3x9x40, is one of the best hunting scopes for the money. So if you're out there and you're looking to save some money, first and foremost, at $340 for this scope normal retail, that's pretty darn affordable for all the features that we're going to cover. But right now here on TRS Live, $249.99 is the outstanding savings on this Diamondback 3x9x40 V-Plex scope. So let's talk about it here as we get into it. Obviously, we hit on the fact that Vortex is American-owned, veteran-owned since 1986. Some of the fin facts here: Hamilton family. It's Dan and Margie are the owners / parents of sons Joe, Dave, and Sam. And the other thing that's really neat about Vortex, over 300 American team members and going strong too, and 32 patents on some of the Vortex branded stuff out there. So again, look for some information, go to therealshot.com where you're going to have to be in order to order this scope. Or if you want a little more information, reach out to Steve behind the firearms counter, whether it's through socials, through a phone call, whatever it may be, or Andrew there, or Mark, or Mike, or pretty much anybody here that works at The Real Shot. They will do their best to answer any of the questions. So if we start up here with this V-Plex scope here, this 3x9x40, the cool thing is it's a multi-coated lens. So what that means for you is it means it's crystal clear when you look through it. Bright images, especially dawn to dusk, when we know that majority of those animals like to move right before there. So they multi-coat their lenses, right? That helps protect them, and it also gives you that crystal clear vision that you expect from a Vortex branded product. The other thing too is it's an aircraft aluminum 1-inch tube, right? So that means that it's going to be, you know, very strong, very durable, be able to withstand the elements. You know, when building these scopes too, the biggest thing is these things are built to withstand recoil and impact. If you're putting this on your favorite deer rifle, if you're putting on a muzzleloader or whatever it may be, and it's got some wallop, it's got some kick to it, you know that the Vortex brand is going to be able to handle that, and it's going to stay true. Once you get this sucker sighted in, it's going to stay true, and you're not going to have to make any last minute adjustments. It's going to stay as true until your ammo. Maybe you change up that ammo, whatever it may be. The other thing too is we talked about the solid 1-inch aircraft aluminum tube. You know, inside this tubing for this Diamondback, they actually have an argon purged, right, and O-ring seals, which is going to help waterproof this whole entire scope. That's going to eliminate the chances for fog, and it's going to, you know, just basically give you outstanding performance. The nice thing too is, so, you know, we get into some of the adjustment features of it. It's got great caps on it with awesome, you know, really tacky features to it, so you can get at it. And then you have metal on metal precision turrets right here that you can adjust. You don't need, I was actually having a nice conversation with Steve about this as we were talking about the adjustments here, the MOA adjustments on here. And, you know, we're like, in the day, he said, before you know, I don't know exactly what era it might have been, but you used to go to the rifle range, you know, a couple weeks before deer rifle season started here in Wisconsin, or rifle or hunting season started. He said, you see pennies all over the place. And he said, because that's in the day, that's how you had to adjust your scopes, right? They all have this like flathead style portion to it, but he said that fits a penny perfectly. But now with the Vortex, with this I can adjust this with my fingers. So I don't need to have a penny with me or use my key and scratch everything all up. I can adjust it right here with my fingertips. And the nice thing too is now with that slotted feature there, you can reset back to 0 after you get it sighted in. Just by removing that cap, there's a nice indicator line on the back of this scope here on the top turret and the bottom turret. Take your scope cap or your turret off, turn it, and you reset it back to 0. And I had to ask those guys, I'm like, what are the benefits of that? That way you know that's 0. So if something gets bumped or somebody comes through and adjust your turrets more than you need them to, just set that sucker back to 0. You should be really close, and then you can get started again. So again, we got the metal on metal turrets here, and then it's got the fast focus on the back right here. It's got an awesome feature here with that fast focus, so I can adjust that really quick. It's got your zoom features back on the back side here, where it goes all the way up to that 9 power, which is definitely in the name. So it's a phenomenal scope, and at $250 right now, this is the time to add one of these. And this is a very popular item. You know, if you go to Vortex website, sometimes they're out of these products, right? Well, we're lucky here as a distributor, as a company that believes and sells the Vortex brand. We have some of these scopes in stock, but I'm telling you right now, we don't have a very large quantity. So if this is something that you need to add to your favorite deer rifle or your favorite gun out there, now is the time to use the sale price, $250 on the Real Shot website, to add the Vortex Diamondback scope. You know, there's a lot of other features that this scope has. I mean, there's things that to me, it'd be like, you're speaking mamma jamma to me, but you got to talk to Steve, you got to talk to Andrew there. Give those guys some questions, and they'd be happy to help you out. But the biggest thing I can tell everybody about the Vortex products, made here in the United States, American-owned, veteran-owned, a great company, and they stand behind their products, right, with that VIP unconditional warranty. I mean, I've seen pictures on the website, I've heard testimonials on their website. Boy, it fell off a mountain, right? Or it got ran over by my buddy's truck, or it got burned up in a fire. All I did is I sent whatever remnants I could get together back to Vortex, and they sent me a brand new product. That's outstanding. That is outstanding, especially in this day and age when products are hard to get your hands on. For them to take advantage of, you know, the situation, unfortunately, that you got into, and get you a product right away and get you back and rolling and out in the woods or you know, wherever it may be, that's absolutely phenomenal. So again, it's the Vortex Diamondback 3x9x40 V-Plex scope. That's the reticle that are in the inside. That's, to me, if I had to refer to it, that's just your standard crosshair. But it's a phenomenal scope. It's bright, it's clear, all that fog proof, that dust proof, all that kind of stuff that this 3x9 Diamondback scope offers is absolutely amazing. Like I said before, it's the best hunting scope for the money. So if you are looking for a brand new scope to add to yours just before deer season now, this is one for you. You see all the order information on your screen right now. Go ahead and take advantage. $340 normal retail. Right now it's on sale for $249.99 on therealshot.com. So if you're purchasing a Vortex scope, well, you might need some ammo to go along with that. So as we move through, coming up next here on TRS Live, we're going to be talking about Winchester 223 ammo in the 55 grain. It's a FMJ round, and there's 20 per box here. So after we get back from these commercial breaks, we're going to be talking about the great products from Winchester in that 223 round.
I'm Gary Atkins, professional angler in the National Professional Fishing League. I've been fishing professionally for 4 years. I spent 3 years as a pro in the Northern Opens, and now I've been fishing 1 year in the National Professional Fishing League. Tune in to TRS Live for the best deals on all your outdoor gear and apparel. If you're going to want a shot at the big bass, you're going to need the Real Shot.
There's the boom right there, Gary Atkins, your smallmouth specialist.
Take it from me, professional angler Gary Atkins.
It's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's put her 4 high and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these two guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. And welcome back, everybody, to TRS Live. We are moving forth. We just got done talking about some Bioammo. Then we talked about a Vortex Diamondback scope. And like I referred to just before the commercial break, you're going to need some ammo depending on what you have that scope going on. And the next product is probably one that you should take advantage of getting, because I'm sure this is one of these things that it's like, holy man, I can't believe you have some of this stuff in stock. Winchester 223 55 grain FMJ rounds, so that's what we're referring to now. And this one, we're just going to be short and sweet with it, let you know that we have it available. Let's do it, Aaron. TRS real deal of the day. Flame in. Careful, there's bullets right here, dude. Turn that fire down. Anyway, so here's the big deal, everybody, right? This is a perfect cartridge for varmints, coyotes. You're going out west, going to be doing a little prairie dog hunting. This is a perfect ammunition for that. You're out there doing a little predator control, whether you're hunting coyotes or foxes or bobcats or raccoons, whatever it may be. This is the perfect ammo for that. And if you know anything about the Winchester, you know this white box that's right here stands for consistent performance and outstanding value. And you see that right now on your screen. Normal retail price for a box of 20, $12.99. We're knocking $1 off that box for $11.99. You already saved some money on a scope. Continue to save some money by throwing some 223 ammo in there. And again, a lot of this stuff that we're referring to today, I'm not the expert on it. Talk to the gentleman at the firearms department, Steve, Andrew, Mark, Mike. You know, there's a lot of staff here that can answer a lot of your questions. You know, the cool thing about Winchester, I shoot a lot of the Winchester ammo, especially their turkey ammo. I absolutely love it. It's a high quality animal to suit a wide range of hunters and shooters needs. So, you know, this is let's talk about some of the features here. I'm going to have to go verbatim on this one. Use the highest quality components featuring Winchester premium brass. This 55 grain FMJ rounds will feed flawlessly. That's one thing that I found interesting doing my homework here. It's reduced barrel fouling. So what that means for you is it's less time cleaning, more time shooting, which everybody wants to do. It's that category. It's a center fire rifle round. It's that caliber is a .223, right? We hit on that. 55 grains, 20 rounds, brass casing, FMJ. The cool thing for those who really like to know this kind of stuff is muzzle energy, 1,282 foot-pounds, and muzzle velocity 3240. So this is definitely a hot round, and this is one that if you're looking to re-up your supply, you know, we actually have a pretty good supply of this stuff available at therealshot.com. But I think once this gets out there and once people are aware that we have this 223 available, you know, those inventories are going to drop pretty rapidly, right? Ammo is one of those things that, you know, everybody's looking for right now. I think they just did some also Facebook posts for something. They informed me they were waiting over a year to finally get some of that in, and they got a small quantity of, I can't remember exactly what ammo it is. You have to go to the Real Shot Facebook page to see it. But it's like, you know, the cool thing for me is I get to inform you that we have some of this product available. If you were looking for ammo in the last couple of years, you know that things were very, very hard to come by. And right now in this Winchester 223 in this white box, we actually have a good supply of it. So if you're looking to take advantage of that $1 off per box, right now is the time. Again, you know, there's a lot of features to this stuff. If you're just looking to do a little shooting, this is a great ammunition. It's going to give you consistent accuracy, you know, and it's going to shoot very flat. If you're out there doing a little varmint control, a little predator hunting on your property, you know, now's a great time as we got to protect our fawns. We're going to be having turkey poults coming through, you know, getting about that right size, moving through. We need to protect all that stuff from those coyotes and coons and everything like that, and foxes. So this is the perfect ammunition for it. That's why I threw that TRS Real Deal on it. You know, that basically tell you we got it in stock right now. We have a good supply as of now. That doesn't mean that we're going to have that supply for very long, especially at $1 off per box. The thing about that is, if people have it in stock right now, they're not discounting it because they know it's very much high in demand. So they're like, I don't need to discount it. That's silly for me to take a little bit of hit on my margin to discount this stuff. Well, we want you to take advantage of the fact that we have it right now. You know, you look at it, you're like, it's only $1 per box. That's not the greatest deal in the world. But the fact that we're discounting a product that is absolutely hard to find right now, that's got to mean something. That means that we care about you, the consumer, the customer, and we want to make sure that you have a great experience out there. Plus, you can find the products that you're looking for. So therealshot.com has some of those products. So this is one, it's the real deal of the day. It's $1 off per box, a box of 20. Normal retail price $12.99. We get it on sale right now at therealshot.com for $11.99. And take advantage of, like we said before, that white box stands for consistent performance and outstanding value. So Winchester, it's a 223 ammo. It's a 55 grain FMJ, and there's 20 rounds per box. Right now, you can take advantage of it at $11.99 per box. So we got you a scope. Now we got you some ammo to go along with it. And maybe that wasn't the scope you were looking for. You wanted something a little bit different. Well, we're going to go to one final commercial break, and after we come back from that commercial break, we're going to be talking about another Vortex scope. We have the Crossfire 2 Dead Hold BDC 4x12x44 scope. That's going to be the next product we're going to talk about after we come back from these brief commercial breaks.
I'm Gary Atkins, professional angler in the National Professional Fishing League. Tune in to TRS Live for the best deals on all your outdoor gear and apparel. If you're going to want a shot at the big bass, you're going to need the real shot. Take it from me, professional angler Gary Atkins.
It's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's put her 4 high and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these two guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Hello and welcome back to TRS Live. I am your host, Matt Trotz. Now, the final product today is another Vortex branded scope. So if you are again in the market for a scope, we already hit on the Diamondback that was available. That was the 3x9x40 with the V-Plex. Now we have here the Crossfire 2. It's the Deadhold BDC, a 4x12x44. So again, we hit on a lot of those features that Diamondback had, right? Very, very much an affordable scope. The Diamondback, if you look through their category list, is one of their highest grade scopes, but yet still at a very affordable price. I can tell you firsthand that the Crossfire 2 is a very much a great scope at an excellent, excellent price. Normal retail on this scope is $220, right? Right now on therealshot.com, we have it for $169.99. That's an outstanding deal. That is phenomenal. That's one that you're not going to regret buying. Now, again, we talked about it, it's over 300 employees. It's an American-owned, veteran-owned company since 1986. A phenomenal company, that outstanding VIP warranty. And the other thing too is, like a lot of companies, as you get kind of more into their affordable line, their affordable line of products, maybe they ditch that warranty because they're not selling it as much of a premium price. Vortex does not do that. Vortex still has that unconditional VIP warranty with a $220 normal retail scope. So that's awesome. I mean, even at $170 is what you're going to pay for the scope on therealshot.com right now. You still get that unconditional VIP lifetime warranty, transferable warranty, no receipt needed warranty, drop it off a cliff, we're going to fix it for you warranty. So Vortex, again, an outstanding company. Now, we can kind of get into this scope a little bit more, right? $170 is the price on this scope. And maybe with that Winchester ammo, you're looking to reach out a little bit further. Now, a lot of people don't want that guess, that holdover guess, right? That windage guess, right? Well, that's where the BDC comes into play here in this scope, right? There's hashes inside the scope right, as the reticle that with a little bit of computing, and the Vortex website has some help to figure out your ballistic chart for this scope. You know, with that information that you plug into that chart on the Vortex website, it's going to help you kind of get gaugement of where these reticles should be, where these hashes should be. Now, I have this scope, and I have it on my muzzle loader because you sighted in at 100. Now, I'm not shooting, you know, 300 yards with that muzzle loader, right? I pack it pretty good. I shoot it at kind of a, you know, a magnum load. But even if I can shoot 225 with that thing, you know, I'm feeling really confident about it. Again, God bless you, Aaron. Holy smokes. It's just because it's Firearm Monday here doesn't mean you got to pepper the back of the wall here. Aaron sneezed again, everybody. Hopefully he's feeling all right. But anyways, so I put a Crossfire 2 with the BDC reticle on my muzzle loader, and I did that because, you know, if I get the opportunity, which I did when I went out hunting in Nebraska for a 200-yard shot, I knew that the BDC in this scope was going to be true, and it eliminated the guesswork. I did have time to range that animal. Not always do you have time to range animals, but ahead of time, if you're using your Vortex Ranger, you know, rangefinder, you can range find some areas and get a good idea. And then it eliminates the guesswork. It eliminates that holdover. Do I hold top of the back, right? There's a 3-mile-an-hour breeze. Is that enough to affect it? Do I got to hold back? Do I got to hold forward a little bit to adjust for that wind? You know, this scope right here with that BDC reticle is going to do that. And it's cool thing about it at that price on the realshot.com right now, $170, it's built to perform better than other scopes in that similar price range, and we're referring to it at that $220 price range. So now at $170, I mean, you're basically getting a premium scope for $170. Long eye relief, ultra forgiving eye box, quick to, you know, to get the sight picture. Again, I'm looking through down here at the Real Shot floor now. There's nobody in it. Obviously, this is just a scope right now because the store isn't open, but it's super crystal clear. And this room is pretty dark right now. Obviously, I have a couple lights on it, but I'm looking out over the sales floor. That reticle is clear to see. The view is very, very clear, and I like it too because it's a big range of view here. So I can see everything. I can see if there's any little branches in the way. Maybe I can see if another deer is walking through or another critter is walking through. Anti-reflective, that multi-coated lens, we hit on that before. It's that one-piece aircraft aluminum tube. And again, now this scope, the one thing too is at that price point, this is not argon filled, but it is nitrogen filled. So you still have that great outstanding, you know, waterproofing. You have that help with that fog resistance in this scope being nitrogen purge. Obviously, it's still O-ring sealed. You get that that VIP warranty. And we talked about the BDC, that dead hold in it. So if you're looking for a scope to help eliminate that guess, that holdover, that windage, this is a scope for you. And especially at $170, like you see right now on the realshot.com or right on your screen right now. You enter that ordering code in. Now is the time, everybody. Do not hesitate. Get these products. Get them mounted. It's a 1-inch tube, so if you don't have any 1-inch scope, I can't think of the word now, I just drew a blank. But anyway, so if, yeah, it's a 1-inch tube, so your standard, you know, your rings will help hold it. There's the word I was looking for. It's such a hard word on a Monday. Your scope rings will hold it. It's a 1-inch tube. Again, it has that fast focus on the back. It also has that zoom on the back end too to help you clarify it. It's a very, very awesome scope. $170. Normal retail price $220. Right now it's $170 on the realshot.com. So add that to your cart, and now since you watched today's show, now you can check out. It's okay now to go ahead and enter that information. If you still have a fixed TV, $5 credit for you, enter that in right now and you can finally check out. But like I said earlier in today's show, right, I am not the pro on this stuff. I appreciate having a great knowledge that the Real Shot has in the sales floor right now between Steve and Andrew and Mark and Mike, and I think you should too. So if you have any better questions, more in-depth questions, you want to, you know, talk to somebody that's an expert. Talk to somebody that has way more knowledge, way more years of knowledge than what I do on these products that you've seen here on Monday's episode of TRS Live. Call the store, 920-750-6140. Ask to speak to Steve, ask to speak to Andrew, ask to speak to Mark and Mike, right? Mark and Mike are also very busy right now at the archery counter. So if you haven't yet gotten your bow in for a tune-up, if you are looking for strings and cables, if you got your crossbow that needs a tune-up, get it in now. I know an order of strings came in last week, and those guys bust hump to get that stuff back in your hands so you can go through that break-in process. You can get those bows and crossbows, back to being dialed in before the season, which is fastly approaching here in Wisconsin at least. And I know some out-of-state areas, August, there's antelope season. People are getting ramped up for elk season, and some of those early velvet seasons like in North Dakota, Kentucky, are all getting ready to fire up here too, that first part of September. So if you got a bow or crossbow, now is the absolute time to get your stuff in here, get it taken care of, because they are a couple weeks out, but they're working as fast as they can get strings and cables in to get them back in your hands. So again, everybody, thanks so much for watching today's show. Hopefully you learned a couple things, and the biggest thing is hopefully you saved some darn money on the whole entire experience. So I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And like I always say, I will see you Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.